The following is a presentation of the Vol Network. Closed captioning provided by the University of Tennessee full-time MBA program. Learn, transform, lead. It all starts here. This is Tennessee.
I want the whole city of Knoxville to know that it's football time in Tennessee.
A passion that knows no equal. The heart and soul of the Volunteer State.
Show me you want to run the football.
Handoff gets to the outside. Touchdown, Tennessee.
Wow. For the next 60 minutes, you're tuned to Vol Network coverage of the Tennessee Volunteers.
Football rewards those who wear your opponent out psychologically and physically.
The most celebrated of traditions.
When you step on the field, there must be a sense of purpose.
The pass is going to be caught. Unbelievable catch. Bang, he goes down back at the 23-yard line.
Let's go. I've been waiting for this one.
Touchdown, Tennessee to pick our.
I want to win for you.
Welcome to the Butch Jones Show. Hosted by Tennessee head football coach Butch Jones and the Vol Network's Bob Kessling. Brought to you by the Big Orange Debit Card, only from the official bank of the Vols, First Tennessee. By your local Ford dealer, Tennessee Saturdays, built Ford tough. By Dish, never miss a moment of Vol action. Catch the Vols on Dish, proud partner of Tennessee Athletics. By Farm Bureau Insurance, with agents in more communities than any other insurer, Tennessee turns to Farm Bureau Insurance, the official insurance of the Vols. Now, the Butch Jones Show.
Big day for the Tennessee Volunteers. A win over Arkansas State 34-19 in front of 100,000 fans at Neyland Stadium. Coach, congratulations for win number 2.
Well, we said we needed to be 2-0 at this stage of the game, and we're 2-0 versus two very quality opponents.
Talk about the offense yesterday, a couple of touchdown passes, Worley to Marquez North.
Well, the whole key was possessing the football, and we only had 3 3-and-outs all game. We only had a couple penalties, and in 2 games we turned the football over only 1 time. Now, our standard expectation are 0 turnovers. The other key was third down conversions, Bob. I thought we did exceptionally well in the third down. We've done well in third down conversions all year to date. Now, obviously, we'll be challenged next week, but again, it's great points in moving forward of really what it takes to play winning football and then scoring touchdowns in the red zone as well.
One of the biggest plays of the day was when you forced the turnover on the punt. That kind of swung the momentum back to Tennessee and really gave you the momentum to clean it up and finish the game. And that's a key. You've done that now 2 straight weeks, turnovers on the kicking game.
Well, critical. And we talk about impacting the game, and those definitely impact the game. And the turnover on the punt where we gained it back really gained us about 40 yards of field position and also momentum, which you just spoke about.
Pretty clean football game. Very few penalties for Tennessee, and you gotta like that.
Well, 2 penalties. And we talk about being a football team that doesn't beat itself by playing disciplined football, being penalty-free, mistake-free, and taking care of the football, and we're doing that right now.
Did a lot of your young guys take another step, you hope?
Another step. And again, they're still 17, 18-year-old youngsters. And again, but great teaching opportunities again when we come back on Monday to really work on our deficiencies, improve. But I see individuals continuing to get better and better and better. And, you know, Dylan Bates is an individual who played very sparingly at linebacker last week. This week, with the elements and the heat conditions, he played a lot of valuable reps in moving forward at the linebacker spot. And he's just one to name a few. Todd Kelly Jr. Played a lot of valuable reps in a game that, you know, against Arkansas State, what they do offensively really challenges your overall discipline.
When we come back here on the Butch Jones Show, we'll take you behind the scenes, get you ready for the buildup for the Arkansas State game with the Tennessee offensive coordinator Mike Bajakian.
It's time to honor the Adidas Fall Scholar of the Week. This week, we recognize Corey Vereen. The sophomore defensive lineman is currently pursuing a degree in computer science.
So basically, computer science, what you're doing is you're typing code into a computer, and you use those algorithms to input into a different system so you can do things like you can organize bank accounts, you can organize folders, you can do a lot with computer science. It's stuff I haven't learned yet, you know, I'm trying to learn, that's why I'm taking these classes.
4-man front for Tennessee. Being hit and sacked back at the 36-yard line. It was Corey Vereen.
I want to use this and somehow, get with a bigger company and learn how they make video games and branch off and make my own company and then develop those games, hopefully be a major, contributor to video games in the future.
For Vereen, passion is the key on the field and in the classroom.
If you want it enough, you can go get it enough, 'cause I definitely want it. And I will get it. I didn't just come here just to play football, I came here to get a degree as well.
Congratulations to this week's Vol Scholar of the Week, presented by Adidas, the official footwear and apparel provider of the Vols.
This is how the Vols pitch in.
As the summer months approached, the Vols looked to beat the heat and seek change in Knoxville's great outdoors. With sophomore Corey Vereen at the helm, members of Team 118 pitched in and helped clear trails and paths at the Obed Wild and Scenic River. Wielding everything from rakes to axes, the Vols teamed up with the National Park Service and transformed what were once overgrown walkways back into their original luster, proving that with a little elbow grease, great change can happen, even if it is brick by brick.
Pitch in and do your part to make Neyland Stadium a zero-waste facility. Sponsored by Eastman, Food City, and Waste Connections. Promote sustainability. At Tennessee, good sports always recycle.
Great night to be out on the patio, and folks, welcome head coach Butch Jones tonight to Calhoun's on the River.
Coach Jones, my question tonight, you've already kind of touched on it, but the quarterback for Arkansas State, Knight, seems to possess a lot of challenges for our defense.
We have to have great eye discipline, and we're going to have to tackle, and we have to be sure tacklers. But they do a great job. He's, he's not real tall. He's about 5'11", but he's very, very elusive, and he has the ball in his hands on every play, and he makes them go.
You guys took a look at third down today already? What'd you see, Justin?
Well, like we said earlier, a bunch of pressures
A bunch.
from all over the place.
All over the map. They sprinkle it a little bit of cover 4 and the variations of 4 with 6 invert and things like that. Okay? On rhythm, on rhythm, on rhythm. Eyes, eyes, eyes. Don't stare it down, Justin. Stay low, stay low, stay low, stay low. Good rhythm, Nathan. Good rhythm right there, Nate. Eyes, Justin, eyes, 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 eyes. Good. Slide, back, slide, up, ball. Good job with the ball. I like where you're carrying it. Slide, up, ball. Find him. There it is. I challenged you guys before practice about coming out here with energy. I thought we were flat in the meetings. I thought we were flat in the walkthrough. I like the way we came out and executed. Okay, I thought that was good. Come in tomorrow with better mental intensity than we had today. We good? QB's on 3. 1, 2, 3.
QB's.
I got one guy right now that completely deserves to have his stripe off. Can I take one off? No! It's going on every single snap. Our defensive line has done a great job. Where's Kendall Vickers? Kendall Vickers plus his butt too every day. And I appreciate your effort, Jalen Miller. I appreciate your effort. You're making us better. So thank you. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Coach, you took a stripe off somebody's helmet. Talk about that tradition that you have with the freshmen.
Well, usually it's the player's staff responsibility, but every newcomer in our football program wears a stripe on their helmet. And it's all part of the Big Brother mentoring program, but they have to earn their stripe in our football program, in our culture, our standard, our expectation by which guides us each and every day in the classroom, in the community, and on the football field. And so it's pretty powerful when the player staff brings up the individual and they talk about him and why he deserves to have his stripe taken off. And Joe Henderson's a young man who, even though right now he's in our plans to redshirt, now it's a long season, but he's working exceptionally hard each and every day for the future, and I thought he earned that right.
Indeed, it's a great tradition that Tennessee has. When we come back, we'll take a look at Marquez North and also get you ready for game day here on the Butch Jones Show.
Hurd running toward the corner, breaks a tackle and gets into the checkerboards. Gets out to the 20 and taken off his pins. On comes up, fumbles the football. It's going to be recovered by Tennessee. The middle pass completes, appears in midfield, down the near sideline to the 40, to the 30, to the 20. Myers left, end zone, pass, caught. Is he inbounds? Yes!
The Butch Jones Show is being brought to you by Verizon, America's largest and most reliable network. Verizon, official wireless provider of the Tennessee Volunteers. By UT Medical Center, Tennessee's hospital. UT Medical Center, wisdom for your life.
By the natural gas utilities and pipeline companies in Tennessee.
Natural gas.
And by Food City, the tailgating headquarters of Vol fans everywhere. Food City, value every day.
Every day I text you for this moment, well guess what? This moment is here. Everybody represents Tennessee. You gotta start fast, weather the storm, no emotion. I don't want no emotion, I want passion. I want the sideline passionate, I want us communicating. You gotta be ready mentally, high alert. In my heart I'll take you there 6 minutes. Bring it up!
Tennessee getting set for the Arkansas State game. Talk about your pregame routine. Do you change it every week, or is consistency important to you?
Consistency is very important, and we've really made a monumental change moving towards more of the sports science end of things with our overall weekly preparation, where we have now what's called No Sweat Thursday, and it's all a mental day. We do a lot of walkthroughs, and then Friday, 24 hours before the contest, we really want to speed up our central nervous system of our bodies, and we actually have about a 35-minute pretty intense practice, and it helps keep our kids fresh over the course of a long season, but also throughout the course of the week. I know our players really like it, and I think that's really helped us, especially being as young as we are right now.
There's a fine line between being ready to play and over-peaking too soon, isn't there?
Well, that's exactly right, and so much is about your weekly preparation. We just saw the feature with Coach Bajakian and the quarterbacks and everything that goes into game planning and everything that we ask of these individuals to go out. You just never show up on Saturday for game day. I really believe you invest in victory throughout your preparation throughout an entire week.
One player that was ready to play, Marquez North, had 2 touchdown catches in the game against Arkansas State. Rick Russo profiles Tennessee's wide receiver.
Worley stands in there, looks, fires long down the left sideline. That pass is going to be caught down at the 25-yard line.
Marquez North forever etched his name into Tennessee football lore with a pair of highlight catches.
Got some time, fires for the end zone, man there, caught, he stay in bounds. Yes! Touchdown, Tennessee! Marquez North!
But he knows he still has a lot left to accomplish at wide receiver U.
I mean, they were great catches, but I mean, I'm still a sophomore, and I still got to go into senior year, so I don't really try to stay too much on it because I still got plays that need to be made coming up this year. But I mean, they're great accolades for me, confidence boosters.
In a young wide receiver core, Marquez must help show the new receivers the Tennessee way.
Oh, I really just tell them just to dismiss any ego you have, and just try to like mentally prepare yourself because it's a mental grind, just like I say with the school and then the SEC football. I'm a leader, but I'm not really like a rah-rah type leader. I'm more of like a lead by example type guy. When I talk to people, to tell them to like do better and stuff. I do it like individually. I don't really try to solo a person out in the group.
Coach Zach Azzani is a driving force in how Marquez and his fellow wideouts attack both the practice field and the game field.
We don't want to stick and look, we want to stack and what? Stack and finish, here we go. Stack and finish, violent, violent, go, violent, go. There it is, good, violence, violence, violence.
Oh, Coach Z, he brings energy every day, wants us to get better, like just with details, just set us apart, preaches the small details like pumping and pulling out your routes just to set yourself up to be different from other receivers.
Good, good, go get it, pump, pull. Good, knife.
He gets the first string ready just as well as the second string. He always says when someone else gets in there, he doesn't want to miss a beat.
We're big wideouts, man. We should be throwing these dudes on the ground. Go. Good.
Coach Z, he won't let us go through the motions. He brings it every day. He expects us to bring it every day. But with the people that we have in the receivers room, it was way more fun than last year too, because everyone wanted to get better, and so we came on every day with that purpose to get better, and we had success.
For the Butch Jones Show, I'm Rick Russo.
Arkansas State with 2 touchdown catches. He's got a big frame, big body, very physical receiver.
Well, he does, and he's learning how to use it, and that was evidenced yesterday in big momentum plays for us, really swung the game, and can't speak enough about Marquez North. And, we were just talking about, I've never been part of a monumental culture change in one meeting room. That's what has gone on here in one short year in the wide receiver room. And it's a tribute to Zach Azzani, but it's also a tribute to every wide receiver now we have in that room. And it starts with Marquez North because he's very demanding, not of himself, but as the entire unit. Because we talk about power of the position, and one wrong, all wrong, and they all represent each other.
But you have depth and competition at the position, and that helps too.
Critical. That's how you improve. And Marquez North can feel that. He can feel Josh Smith. He can feel Josh Malone. He can feel these individuals pushing him every day, Jason Kroom. So again, they feed off of each other.
Now it's time to check on the Media Mash. Let's go to Sarah Mitchell.
Vol Nation, welcome back to Vol Football Media Mash. It's week 2 of the season, and you're certainly stepping up your game in the world of social media. Let's get started with this first little volunteer. Jace and his dad Alex cheer on Coach Jones and Team 118. And David P. captured a bit of the excitement from his son Nick, who experienced his first Tennessee game day. The rain last weekend didn't stop Duck Dynasty's Brittany Brugman from wearing her Rocky Top boots in pure dedication despite the weather. Third down for what? Al Brown and his game day friends were on their feet every third down, and they have video to prove it. And it looks like Smokey has a brother. Brent Chun posted this next photo showing off his new Smokey lookalike named Major, who has been to 100 Tennessee games. Matthew L. has, and he's joined by Riantha, who watched her first Tennessee game. What a day. And lastly, Cameron shows his Tennessee pride for the game with 100,000 plus of his Big Orange friends. Next week, the Vols hit the road for Oklahoma, and we want to see your road trip pictures. Tweet or Instagram us at SarahUTK or at VFL_films for a chance to be on the Butch Jones Show. Don't go away, we'll be right back.
Kick off your game day with Tailgate Tennessee. Located in Circle Park, Tailgate Tennessee is 1 block from Neyland Stadium and offers premium tailgate packages with private tents, TVs, food, and much more. For more information, visit tailgatetennessee.com. Presented by Dish and Orca Coolers.
Time now for Fueling Tennessee, presented by Humana, your health partner for life.
Oftentimes athletes are trying to gain weight during a competitive season or before a season. So Cortez, how much weight have you gained since you got here in May?
I've gained 23 pounds.
And what happened to your body fat?
I dropped 1.8% body fat.
Knowing what Cortez has done in the weight room and what we're doing from a nutrition standpoint, we're gonna show you how to make a high calorie shake. What a lot of people assume is that it's all protein that is needed for after workouts, when in reality it's calories. Those calories coming from protein and from carbohydrates. All right, Cortez, you ready to make this shake?
Yes, I am.
All right, so go ahead and we're gonna start with some ice. So add that. And your banana. Now we're gonna add some milk.
Ooh.
Ooh.
It's heavy.
Now, what we're also gonna add is 2 tablespoons of sweetened condensed milk. So we're just adding a little bit more calories. This is gonna be from carbohydrates, all right?
This makes it sweeter, doesn't it?
It sure does.
You don't want a stale shake.
No, you don't. Now, add your peanut butter.
How much peanut butter is
A
it?
glop. You need more than that because when it falls in, it needs to sound like a glop. Glop. See? This is a protein-carbohydrate combination of a shake, the powder that we have. So go ahead and put that in. Put it in the blender.
I feel like I'm making a smoothie back home.
It's not a smoothie, it's a shake. We don't make smoothies, we make shakes. All right, sir. Give it a taste. Look at that. Chocolate, peanut butter, banana recovery shake. That has over 1,000 calories, over 50 grams of protein, and yes, it has over 100 grams of carbohydrates, but it's absolutely needed for recovery after hard workouts and hard practices.
That's good.
High fives.
That's very good.
Good job.
That is awesome.
It's about rehydrating, refueling, isn't it?
Not recommended for coaches. So we have to stay away from the shakes, 1,000 calories. But Allison Maurer does a tremendous job. She's the best in the country. And it's part of the sports science and refueling your body. And she does a great job of really educating all of our players really how to take care of their bodies and how to refuel.
And we'll check with Allison each and every week. We want to give you a behind-the-scenes look at players now every week here on the Butch Jones Show. Of course, a lot of legacy Vols. Danny Kleppinger takes a look at the Berry twins.
Tennessee breeds tradition, and in the talented Berry household, tradition starts with Tennessee. James Berry was a star running back for UT from 1978 to 1981. His firstborn son, Eric, was an All-American and an All-SEC defensive back for the Vols. And now keeping orange in the family are his twin sons, Elliot and Evan.
It's obviously a blessing to have my brother as well as my dad to play for the University of Tennessee. And I did grow up a big Tennessee fan and still am.
I kind of wanted to share the same memories that they had at Tennessee. So it was kind of that thing about years down the road, we can all share those memories together, you know.
Living in the house with 3 boys, it really did get competitive. As far as who's waking up first to who runs the fastest, it's everything, you know. Who can keep the room clean.
I think I'm more laid back. Evan's very more outgoing. And I think Eric is kind of has an on and off switch between the two.
Elliot Berry has chosen to wear the number 41 as a reverse of the number 14 jersey that Eric wore while at Tennessee, even though he didn't realize how talented his brother was for the orange and white until recently.
For me to actually understand how good he was, I had to go back and actually watch the film, and that was probably early this spring, maybe January, February, when it kind of clicked to me how good he was.
While Elliot will sport the reverse of his brother's college number, Evan will follow in Eric's NFL footsteps and honor Inky Johnson by wearing number 29.
Unfortunately, couldn't finish his career due to his shoulder injury, and I really didn't want anyone else wearing it who didn't really know the background behind that number, so I chose to step up and wear it.
James and Eric Berry have done their part for the University of Tennessee, and now Elliot and Evan are ready to create their own legacy.
When you think about the University of Tennessee, you think about the great traditions, and you kind of want to carry that on, kind of make Tennessee more prestigious than it already is. When you think about a volunteer, you think about the 1998 National Championship team, Peyton Manning. This class, when we came in, we was like, we kind of want to take Tennessee to the next level. Like when you hear Tennessee Volunteers, you kind of want them to think of the class of 2018 and what they did while they was here. Like they changed the whole scope of the SEC.
For the Butch Jones Show, I'm Danny Kleppinger.
Berry twins are going to play a lot of football at Tennessee.
Well, very special family, and you can see the big orange blood runs very, very deep, and they understand the traditions, they understand the expectations that we have here, and they want to build upon that.
When we come back, we'll talk about Tennessee's fist-up defense on the Butch Jones Show.
The Butch Jones Show is being delivered by UPS. Let UPS put the power of logistics to work for you. Visit thenewlogistics.com. By Hyundai, proud supporter of college football and loyal fans everywhere. By Eastman Chemical Company, promoting sustainability. Remember, good sports always recycle. And by TRH Health Plans. We've got you covered. Get a rate quote online at trh.com or at your local Tennessee Farm Bureau office.
Fist up! Fist out there! Fist up!
Fist up defense is something, as we get a stop on third down, everybody puts their fist up in the air to indicate that we just got that stop on third down.
Okay, that's one of our main goals on defense. Besides creating turnovers, is getting off the field on third down. If we get a team to third down, we're trying to get them off the field and give them a fourth down.
Right there! Fist up! Fist up!
If you don't have that fist up, somebody's going to be in gear.
Fist should be up!
It's just like a sign of confidence to let everybody in the stands know that we just got that stop.
Fist up defense important this week against Oklahoma.
Well, it's going to be critical. You know, and everything in football is situational football and winning critical downs. And third down is obviously a critical down and getting off the football field. And right now, defensively all year, third down for what? We're 7 out of 31, and that's tremendous. And that's really, really helped us. Now, obviously, going on the road will be absolutely critical in getting out the field against a very, very talented Oklahoma Sooner football team.
Can you give us any injury update on Von Pearson and Ethan Wolf?
We'll know a little bit more today. I spoke with both individuals last night, and they were doing well. They were very optimistic, so we'll see where that leads us to.
First road trip is always an adventure, but especially
another
when you go to
learning
places.
experience.
Yeah, but when you go to Norman, that's different, isn't it?
Well, we're going to, again, have to grow up in a hurry. And it'll be great for us to prepare us for the venues that are coming down the road. But they have an unbelievable at-home winning percentage under Coach Stoops. And, again, they're a top 5, top 3 football program in the country. Again, having our players understand what it takes to prepare to go on the road to win, and it's going to be a nationally televised game, and so it's going to be a great opportunity for us. But again, it gets back to that winning the day, winning the moment, winning the snap. We got to go back and we just got to work to continue to be a better football team.
But you're going into the game off a good performance against Arkansas State. That's a high.
Well, we've played 2 quality opponents. And we knew we were going to be challenged the first 2 games of the year, that we needed to start fast in our first 3 games against bowl champions. And so again, now Oklahoma. But again, I think the game yesterday, in some highs and lows, some adverse situations, will help us prepare us for down the road.
Coach, good luck. Have a good week, and we'll see you in Norman Saturday.
Look forward to it.
When we come back, we'll share highlights from Tennessee's win over Arkansas State here on the Butch Jones Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, here come the Tennessee Volunteers running through the tee on a Saturday afternoon at Neyland Stadium. It's Tennessee and Arkansas State. Get ready for the kickoff. Fires up in the middle, pass complete to Pearson at midfield, down the near sideline to the 40, to the 30, to the 20, cuts it back to the 10, and he's taken down the 7-yard line. Snap down, it's good. Medley boots it up, and that kick is good. Red Wolves lead 6-3. Worley out of the shotgun. Hands the ball right. Jalen Hurd running toward the corner, breaks a tackle and gets into the checkerboards. Touchdown, Jalen Hurd. Tennessee takes the lead here late in the first quarter. Back to throw, fires back, right corner of the end zone. Marquez North goes up high and makes the catch for a Tennessee touchdown. And Tennessee expands the lead to 16-6. Tennessee leading 17-12. Handoff, fake to Hurd, and now Worley keeps it and follows him right into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Tennessee leads 23-12. McKissick on a run, comes up, fumbles the football, and it's going to be recovered by Tennessee at the 36-yard line. Fires left, end zone, pass, caught, is he inbounds? Yes! Touchdown, Tennessee, second of the day from Marquez North. What a catch by North. Winds up, now he's hit, sacked, back at the 35-yard line. Knighton just held the ball, and suddenly, bam, 4th down and inches. Under center, Knight gonna try and sneak it. He's not gonna get there. As the Tennessee Volunteers have won their first 2 games to begin this 2014 season, as Team 118 improves to 2-0 on the season as the Vols wrap up a 34-19 win today over Arkansas State.
Tennessee a winner over the Red Wolves. Are now joined by John Bryce of VolQuest.com. Pretty complete victory. I know there's some things that Coach Jones, as he mentioned, needs to work on, but when you go 2-0 to start the season, that's a lot of things to build on.
Yeah, Tennessee had to go 2-0 to start the season. I thought really good for the Vols to have to play 4 full quarters. Go ahead and get some adversity early in the season, get a little bit more battle-tested going into a really extremely challenging stretch of the schedule.
I think one of the things, though, that Coach Jones had talked about finishing games. Tennessee had a chance in both of 2 games to really deliver a knockout punch. Hadn't been able to do that yet, and that's kind of a young team learning how to win.
Yeah, did a little bit better job finishing and closing things out against Utah State. Struggled with some things a little bit against Arkansas State, but that's okay. That's a young team. Again, it's very valuable teaching lessons for this coaching staff. I think that's one of the best things that Tennessee has going for it after 2 games. The Vols won both games by double digits, but coaches can easily put the film on and say, look, we left points on the field right here. We should have done this better and gotten off the field here. So a number of teaching and coaching points that I think will only help this very young Tennessee team that's already played 34 guys have made their college debuts this season, Bob.
John, I think also one key is that Tennessee got better defensively stopping Arkansas State as the game went along. So that means they're making adjustments during the game, and they're kind of getting up to speed a little bit. And that's going to be a key down the stretch here for Tennessee.
Bob, we've seen mobile quarterbacks just absolutely eviscerate Tennessee defenses in recent years. But through 2 games, Tennessee has done a very admirable job against these mobile quarterbacks. And what the Vols are doing on 3rd down is really remarkable. A year ago, gave up right at 43% of 3rd down conversions. At one point late in the game against Arkansas State, Tennessee on the season had only allowed 5 3rd down conversions through 27 attempts. Now it's 7 for 31, obviously really very good. And that's going to be a key for a young Tennessee team that has very little margin for error, very little depth. The Vols have to get off the field on 3rd downs defensively.
Well, and also they're playing better on the perimeter defensively, and they're tackling better, and that's a key.
Yeah, John Jancic told me after the Utah State game that the Vols only had 5 missed tackles in the entire game. I think Willie Martinez said the secondary only missed 1 of those. Tackling, again, has been an issue in recent years, but it's something every day on the practice field. This coaching staff has so many tackling drills, devotes so much attention to those tackling drills and the fundamentals, and it's showing up on the field, and they're a faster football team that gets to the ball quicker to make those tackles.
Yeah, and that speed is obvious all over the defensive side of the ball. When we come back, we'll ask the coach with Tennessee defensive coordinator John Jancic.
It's time to announce the AutoZone player of the game. Get in the zone, AutoZone. In the zone for Tennessee was Marquez North. North had 2 touchdown receptions against Arkansas State, a 10-yard catch in the second quarter, and a 14-yard reception in the third. North finished the day with 4 catches for 68 yards and 2 touchdowns. Congratulations to Marquez North, our AutoZone player of the game. For the auto parts, accessories, and advice you need, get in the zone, AutoZone.
The Butch Jones Show is being brought to you by Vol Network Home Entertainment. From Pat Summitt to Peyton Manning, Vol Network Home Entertainment has the greatest moments on DVD.
By Humana, over 50 years of experience in the healthcare industry. Humana, your partner in health.
By the natural gas utilities and pipeline companies in Tennessee.
Natural gas.
And by the Tennessee Education Lottery. Proud to have raised over $3 billion for education programs in Tennessee. Time now for the Tennessee Top 5. Brought to you by Hyundai.
Here's a handoff to Hurd, now a reverse to the near sideline, making a jump and a spin down to the 7-yard line is Josh Smith. Back to throw is Knight. Winds up, now he's hit, sacked back at the 35-yard line. It was Owen Williams. Looks, fires left, end zone, pass, caught, is he inbounds? Yes! Touchdown, Tennessee! Handoff, fake to Hurd, and now Worley keeps it and follows him right into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Worley operates on the right hash, back to throw, fires back, right corner of the end zone. Marquez North goes up high and makes the catch for a Tennessee touchdown.
It's time now for Ask the Coach, presented by Academy Sports and Outdoors, a proud corporate sponsor of the Vols. Visit them online at academy.com.
Welcome back to Ask the Coach, presented by Academy. I am now here with defensive coordinator John Jancic, and you have a question from Joel Armstrong. He says, I love the energy I'm seeing from the defense this year. Is this something you emphasize?
Absolutely. I think, great defenses play with passion. They have a relentless mindset, and that's something that we've talked to our players about since the beginning of camp. So I know the first ball game, they were excited to be out there. The crowd, it was a fantastic atmosphere. That certainly helped a little bit as well, but that is an emphasis with us on defense, and we'll continue to, strive towards that consistency each and every week.
And how critical do you think it was for Kurt Magid to be back, as well as AJ Johnson decided to come back?
Yeah, those guys feed off each other. You know, they're good friends. I like the way that they hold each other accountable. I like the way they hold their teammates accountable. I think they're a great model for the younger players, where Kurt can say something to AJ and AJ say something to Kurt, you know, in regards to, hey, we need to do this better, and they agree. Kurt's been instrumental because of his versatility. You know, you probably saw the game where he was playing defensive end at times, and then obviously when they went with a bigger personnel grouping, he played him at outside linebacker. So we're grateful to have Kurt back, and he provides us with the versatility that we need to match up with these offenses nowadays.
And with those guys as leaders, how critical is it for the younger guys and the newcomers to really look up to them, and also to adopt your coaching philosophies to be able to adapt quickly and to go out there and make plays?
Yeah, everything's about creating a culture. You know, it's about creating a culture of your team. It's about me creating a culture for our defense and what those expectations are. And I think the great thing about Kurt and AJ and some of the older players, they know what those expectations are, and they adhere to those expectations, and they reinforce it with younger players. So you're trying to develop this culture that's going to get passed down from generation to generation, and it's going to allow you the opportunity to play the best football that you can possibly play. And it creates a mentality, a mindset, everything. So I appreciate those guys and what they do.
Will you describe your ideal defense, and how did they respond to this week being a short week?
My ideal defense? Ideal defense that plays with great energy, great passion, a lot of camaraderie, everyone doing their job, and guys that buy into their role and take it very seriously. I love guys that know how to prepare. They put the film time in during the week so that they can make plays. Just AJ Johnson, a great example. I like guys that love football, that they have to have football in their life, and they're smart, and it allows us now as coaches to be creative, and you know, they can handle the volume of different things that an offense can throw at them. So those are the people that I would like to make up our entire defense.
All right, Coach Jancic, thanks for joining us today. We appreciate your insight.
Well, thank you. It's great to be here, and I appreciate you taking the time to talk a little defense with us.
Tennessee defensive coordinator John Jancic with Sarah Mitchell. He is building this defense around his veteran players, and he's expecting them to lead.
He is building the defense around the veteran players, particularly in the second and third levels when you talk about A.J. Johnson, Kurt Magid, Brian Randolph. Those guys have played a lot of football, particularly Johnson and Randolph. Jordan Williams up front has been in a lot of big games. But they're also infusing that youth in there, playing a lot of guys. I talked with John just before the Utah State game. He told me he expected to play 13 or 14 newcomers in that one game alone, and that will continue. They will continue to bring more and more guys along. We saw Michael Sawyers in the game late yesterday against Arkansas State. He's a guy that needs to continue to develop to give Tennessee some more depth along that defensive front. But John Jancic's energy is infectious. His positive approach, I think, is infectious for his team. He's a relentless guy, Bob. I can't tell you the number of times I see John Jancic leave the practice field and go straight into the Anderson Training Center and get a workout in. This guy's in there doing pull-ups like a machine.
Indeed he is, John Jancic. A lot of energy, and his team will be challenged this week on the defensive side of the ball, trying to slow down Oklahoma. We'll look ahead to the Sooners next here on the Butch Jones Show.
Fans, please direct your attention to the video board for today's Loyal Fan of the Game, brought to you by Hyundai. Vol fans are loyal. Hyundai fans are loyal too. Enough to be ranked #1 in customer loyalty 5 years in a row.
It's time for the First Tennessee First Look, a scouting report and look ahead at the Vols' upcoming opponent. Brought to you by First Tennessee Bank, the official bank of the Vols.
Up next, a trip to Norman, Oklahoma to take on the Sooners, high-rolling Sooners. They really did a number on Tulsa. This is a veteran team, great offensive line, a lot of weapons, and a big challenge, John, for Tennessee.
Yeah, and so many weapons. Sterling Shepard, a huge game against Tulsa. Oklahoma has outscored its first two opponents, Bob, a combined 100-25, I believe, or 23. It's been really overpowering dominance, a huge offensive line. Keith Ford already has 4 rushing touchdowns through 2 games. Trevor Knight, we saw what he did to a very good Alabama secondary in the Sugar Bowl. That was his springboard into this season. He's already got more than 550 passing yards and 3 touchdowns in just 2 games.
You know, it's the first time these teams have met in the regular season. They met twice in bowl games. This is a matchup I think a lot of Tennessee fans look forward to, just Tennessee and Oklahoma getting back together.
It's a great matchup for Tennessee and Oklahoma. It's a great matchup for college football. It's a marquee game, two of the most storied programs in all of college football history. It's a great test for Tennessee. I think the Vols will see that they've made some ground up against college football's very best. I think they'll see just how far they've got to go in some areas as well.
But this is size, speed, power. It's a tough test for Tennessee.
Bob Stoops has 12 seasons of 10 or more wins in his 15 years there. That's consistency that Butch Jones wants.
Indeed. It's a Saturday night kickoff in Norman. It's an 8 o'clock Eastern kick, and our coverage in the Vol Network starts at 6:30 Eastern, 5:30 Central Time. For John Bryce and Coach Butch Jones, I'm Bob Kessling. See you next week on The Butch Jones Show.
This has been a presentation of the Vol Network, produced by IMG, the world's premier sports, media, and entertainment company. Produced at the Huster Broadcast Center.